You guys actually know what you actually love about Christmas? And I enjoy the fact that you always have, like, just getting presents and then eating food, but also with hanging out with the family most of all is one of the most important things of all time. Especially with this sort of Christmas that I actually had, which was the 25th of December last year, obviously. 25th of December is always Christmas. But what happened during the night where I was actually at my grandparents' house on my dad's side was actually pretty cool. I was hanging out with my cousins. Of course, my sister was there. Why wouldn't she be there? Because after dinner, we actually played this game called Battle Blocks. Whether you can actually do this in teams or you can do this solo. In this case, we actually decided to do teams. Also, I almost forgot to mention, this isn't just going to be regular animation. It's going to be animation with Fnaf OCs. Anyways, back to the game, Battle Blocks. So, the rules are, you're knocking down the most wooden blocks with another block. Yeah, that's just basically it. Miss 3 times and the game is over, for whoever team missed 3 times before going back to whoever went first for the team. Now first, if you want to understand what the pins look like, this is what they look like. They look cylindrical with having numbers on top of them. As for the rolling block, it's just a regular cylinder. And also, if you knock down one pin with a number that has on it, then you will actually get points for depending like what number you actually only knock down with that one pin. So like take for example, if this block had a 9 on it, if you knock down only that pin that had the number 9 on it, guess what? You get to have 9 points. Hence with the number, since you knocked it down, that it has it on top. If you actually knock down more than one pin, then the amount of pins that you knock down will be added to your score instead of the numbers being on top of the pin. Now first off, before I actually continue on, as you know, this is my OC, as you'll probably remember. This is my sister's OC, since she actually loves Rockstar Chica for some other reason, but I really don't mind. This is the Jokester, which is actually supposed to be one of my other members who I actually wanted to actually join in the channel. And he's another cousin of mine. I decided to pick his OC as a puppet. This guy, I kind of felt like calling him Officer Polo. Because guess what? He's actually a police officer. And actually another one of my cousin's boyfriend, which is this one, right over here. We'll call her Misty Sheen. This one over here, let's call him Joe. I know, it's more like a JoJo reference, but he is actually quite tall. Which is actually another cousin and my girlfriend. This one over here will be called Starline. It was first off me, my sis, Officer Pola, and it was actually Joestar, Starline, and Misty Sheen. That's right. Unfortunately, my team was lost because it was an okay start, but it was absolutely freaking wacky. I lost in that round too. Especially with Joestar over here, he was just... this was a heck of a doozy, and not really fair either, because in the second round, Joestar was actually in the second round with the other team, and I was still trying to figure out the whole point of these rules of the game. And however, was absolutely pretty good. In round 3, it was me, Jokester, and Officer Pola against my sister, Joestar, and Misty Sheen. Because Starline didn't actually want to play in the last round. And I will admit, this win I will take because at the very start, when I actually knocked down like all 11 pins and missed out one, which was actually on the first throw. I just like Punisher drive that with, like Gogeta, but took it seriously as Vegito. And I must admit, it was the best game yet. Unfortunately, we did have some interferences from my pet cavoodle, and also my grandparents' dog as well, which one perhaps actually managed to knock down one pin before Jokester's throw. It was actually annoying, I will admit that. The next part, however, was how do you say, absolutely obnoxious. Because you probably may hear of this card game before. It's actually called Cards Against Humanity. And I didn't technically recognize the game itself at first until I saw the black box which had all the white and black cards in it. Took me back since I played it the first time around, ever since the beginning of year 7. Well, somewhere at the beginning of year 7 anyways. Oh boy. Yeah, that was crappy back then, and I did not enjoy that. Whoever had the funniest dank sentence to mix and match with cards gets points, and the first to 10 cards actually wins. First off, the game was absolutely crappy, but until later on, I actually, for some no reason, actually did enjoy it. Probably even because, I guess I was with my family members more often, rather than, just with friends, because technically speaking, their ideas are way more freaking loopy than ours. Yeah, don't worry, they were just as bad, but at least they weren't as bad as, back at high school. I will admit that. Even our parents actually decided to join, not joined as plain, but, made fun of the thing itself. Yeah, they were legit shocked about what these cards actually say. Like, I cannot blame them. That's how the game actually works, and it is one of the most immature games. And then my dad actually came out talking about a bleached butthole. I'll just say that. Yeah, in a freaking airport, which honestly I will admit that was hilarious. Like, none of us could have stopped laughing back then, and not even freaking Officer Polar, which he was just absolutely losing the plot. Like, he just couldn't stop laughing. He's just completely tearing up. Then all of a sudden, Geode, my sis, actually managed to join a few moments later. She actually managed to enjoy it as well. About the exact same level how I was enjoying to play this game again. So, well, wanting to play it again. That is if we even ever play it again. Somewhere like afterwards, around about like 9 to 9:30, there was technically no winner because we stopped playing till then. But I'm pretty sure that Starline would have won that because technically she had the most points, which was 8. And then as for Misty Sheen, well, technically she could have made it with her because she was at like 5 points, and most of us had no chance of winning. We just had like a 1, 2, 3, or 4 cards in our possession. Though I gotta admit, overall, for such a crazy and ridiculous game out of all games in general, this had got to be the best time I have ever played Cards Against Humanity for ever. Unlike freaking Year 7, because it was absolutely crap. But this pretty much became the best Christmas ever. To finish off 2020. So, what did you think? That was another animation that I did for you people. It was kind of interesting how I actually try to put all these models all together, trying to mix and match whatever the heck I was trying to do there. It wasn't that easy. I had to use a green screen to, get the motions running. It was just so freaking difficult. And I probably used that as a freaking FNAF Try Not to Laugh challenge. But, with obviously FNAF OCs, so what can you do about it? But you know what? I really enjoyed this one. I feel like people are going to find it at least a little bit funny. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. And if you have anything such as this that you want to talk about, then please let me know. Alright, if you had a very good Christmas since 2020, then let me know down in the comments. Yeah. So, please like and subscribe after when you finish watching this video, and click the notification bell to never miss a single video. And as always, my name is Mad Dog, and peace out.